And at Fox's Alert on a big breaking economic news, Microsoft announcing a massive layoff this morning. Up to 18,000 people will be out of work by the next year. Joining us to discuss this is Stuart Varney, host of Varney & Company on the Fox Business Network. Man, oh man, Stu, 18,000? What does this mean?
Okay, first of all, full disclosure, Eric, I do own some Microsoft stock. Now let me give you the news. This is the biggest job-cutting program ever at Microsoft, and one of the biggest at any technology company anywhere, ever. It's all about a guy called Satya Nadella. He is the new boss at Microsoft. He's the new broom that came in February of this year to sweep Microsoft clean. Out goes the old Microsoft of Bill Gates and Steve Ballmer, because that Microsoft had been overtaken by social media, apps, mobile, and all the other newcomers in the computing field which had just taken and eaten Microsoft lunch. So what Nadella is doing, he's trying to streamline the company. He's cutting the head count. He's dropping 18,000 people. He wants it to be a smaller, quicker, more nimble company to compete with the newcomers of the social networks and all the rest of them. And he's doing it right now after only a few months on the job. 18,000 job cuts. That's a lot.
Yeah, how, does this, Stu, reflect on the economy as a whole or just on Microsoft? And you mentioned the stock. I mean, how's the stock doing? What does this do going forward?
Well, for stockholders like me, this is very good news. It has gone straight up. Microsoft will open this morning above $45 a share. Back in February, when Nadella took over, it was $35. So that's a huge gain for a very big company. But to answer your other question, the dominance in the technology business does not last long. Microsoft dominated in the 80s and the 90s and maybe the early part of the last decade, and then it really faded. Dominance doesn't last. You've got to reinvent yourself in this industry, and that's what Microsoft is doing. It doesn't reflect on the overall economy, just on the pace of change within technology.
All right, Stu, you know what always gets me? They fire people and the stock goes up.
Well, that happens a lot.
That seems so unfair.
It does.
All right, Stu, thanks so much.